My name is Ellen, and do you have anything you really cherish it? You even take it as a treasure for your whole life? Today, I'm going to share an object that has a special meaning for me in my whole life. When I was a little girl, about 5 years old, I was really admired those grown-ups who had a watch. As a result, I've asked my parents for giving me a watch, a cheap one, for a long time, but they refused to me. They say, "Ellen, you're too young to wear a watch. You can't even recognize those numbers. The watch will make no sense on you." I was really sad when I heard these words. And one day when I visited my aunt's house, by the way, my family and my aunt, we are really close relatives because she didn't get married, she has no kids, and she treated me and my sister as her real daughter. And one day when I visited her house, she gave me a gift as a souvenir of her trip to Japan. And when I opened it, I discovered it. It is a real watch. I'm so happy. And the watch was a red one with little cute cartoon pictures on it named Doraemon. And I wear it to kindergarten every day because it's amazing for little kids to have a watch. And I don't want to take it off even while I'm sleeping. But one day, my watch just disappeared. I can't find it anymore. It's gone. I was so sad that I've cried for many days. And my mom bought me a new one as a substitute. As you know, because I always like the new one, although the old one is marvelous. And at that time when my aunt, she gave me the watch, she told me some words. Just like, "Ellen, because Chinese people, they don't pay much attention on time, they're always late. When you have wear the watch, we want you to pay much attention on time, always go to school always on time, never late for class, never late for school. And because time passes gradually, just take too much attention on it." And about a few months ago, when I cleaned up my closet, I found my watch again. It was hidden in the deep of my closet. And my aunt, she passed away a few years ago, and this watch is the only thing she left for me. And not until someone passed away did I realize what time passes gradually means. That's all.
Everyone. Today I'm going to introduce my dear grandmom to you. She's a kind woman and almost 70. Since my grandpa has died, she lives alone. And in this winter vacation, I have a chance to keep company with her about a week. I was very excited but a little worried because I seldom have a chance to talk to her alone. Because every time we went to my grandma's house with a lot of relatives on holidays, she is always busy in the kitchen. So I seldom have time to chat with her. So I feel a little worried about that. But during this week, everything goes very perfect. I enjoy the time with my grandma. We woke up very early, and the first thing we need to do is to walk the dog to the park. And then we rode the bicycle to the swimming pool. Yes, both of us love to swimming. We enjoy the time relaxing in the swimming pool. And then we rode the bicycle back. Did I mention the situation when we rode bike? She rode behind me and kept shouting to me, "Watch out the cars! Oh, don't go that fast!" I'm like, watch out, like that. And I felt want to laugh because I'm almost 20. But I guess this is a way she expressed her love to me. And after that, we went to the traditional market and buy some food and cook a dinner. My grandma is very good at cooking. I learned a lot of cooking skill from her. And then we went to the school for older people. she's learning Chinese character now and even English alphabet. But I guess she can only recognize OK because it's an OK convenience store next to our house. And her happy time always flew so fast. I already told her that I have to go home, but she still murmured to herself like, why don't you spend another few days? Oh, you always come come here quickly and go here quickly, such like that. I feel sorry, but I really have to go home. And when we are on the train station, she insisted to take the luggage for me and pay for the train ticket. And then she handed me $2,000. After I said goodbye to her, I sat on the train seat and I start missing her. And after that week, I asked her to write letters for me to train her composition skill, and I called her every week. She became my best friend now. And if next time you see an old woman and I work in a campus, please say hello to my grandma and welcome her to our university. Thank you.
And I will talk about my family. There are 5 members in my family. They are my grand auntie, my parents, my younger sister, and I. My grand auntie and my parents run an eye store together. When summer comes, we will become very easy. I have to help them till 12 o'clock at midnight. I don't know why people like to eat ice at midnight, that I can go to bed earlier. And my classmates always envy that I can eat ice every day. But in fact, I don't like I'm tired of the drinks and ice because I see them every day. And but it's true that I can eat the flavors of ice and drink juices every day. But my friends are also lucky because when if you come to my home, my family will treat you whatever you want to eat. We don't have holidays except Typhoon days because my father likes to watch movies on Typhoon days. And but sometimes I will complain about such few breaks that we have. If I was very tired and the customer still coming, I will be mad at them and hope they can leave soon. So my mother said I'm not a good worker, so she said she don't want to hire me this summer. Near Chinese New Year, we will sell another stuff. They are ice cake and the decoration of Chinese New Year. Such as the red pepper, we write few sentences we stick on in front of the door that can bring you good luck. Do you know what I'm talking about? But like this. Red pepper. If the business is more prosperous, our red envelopes will getting bigger. So my sister and I will work very hard during those weeks. Besides, we met many foreigners, especially near Chinese New Year, because they will buy some decorations for Chinese New Year. And so it's very challenging and interesting to talk with them. So even stay at home, I feel I'm in a global village. That's all. Thank you.
We talk about a person who impressed me most. The person is my father. My father, when I was a little kid, he paid most of his attention to our brothers. So for me, it's a nightmare. And every day, I have talked about the things. Every day I go back home. From I'm a junior to senior, my father told me to just drink tea and listen to what he want to talk to me. So in that moment, I feel that every day I go back to a hell, because every day is just do these things and just listen what you want me to do. And my father limited me very much. Like my friends, maybe they want to call me and my father or my mother get home, and my mother and father will explain the reasons, and finally they will talk to my friends. I'm not at home and I'm asleep, or maybe I do something and I am busy, so I can get home when I am a little kid. And sometimes they don't want me to go out, because I like play basketball very much. Sometimes they don't want me to play basketball, and finally I want to escape this. So when I was a junior, I usually go out at midnight, just one person, and I ride my bicycle to any place I want to go. And but my father, he didn't know these things, and many years now, my father, he doesn't limit me so much, and I think I really know what he wants. So I use many times to think what I need to do, and I can, and he will happy. So in fact, my father teach me many things, and I really appreciate him. So I think I will try to do a person he wants to do. Thank you.
Hello everyone. Today I want to talk about my sister. Her name is Samantha, and she's younger. She's 1 year old younger than me. And even though we have same parents and same family and familiar base, but what we are thinking and what we are thinking and what we are doing is totally different. Look at my hair. I have a long hair, and my voice is very slow. My voice is very slowly and very gentle. But my sister's hair is short, and she speaks very quickly. She's hair is such like a punk. Yeah. So. My parents work very hard, so she didn't spend many time at home. So I have many time to stay with my sister, and we always talking about we communicate about our difference. I always think why I'm so different with her, and why she's different than me, and she want to be elegant. I remember one day she go to a department store and buy a package which is full of lace and bow. She think it is the first step to be elegant, but in the end, she wear a cool t-shirt and jeans, but bring a lady's package. It's very strange, I think, but maybe it's a new fashion. Even though we are very different, but all of our different can complement us. And at the home, we share our different things, different thoughts, and we can respect each other and talk to each other, give each other the experience, suggest. She's very important to me and I love her so much. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I want to talk about my family. My family have 4 persons. And there are 4 persons in my family: my father, mother, and sister, and me. My father is a driver. He has driven for almost 20 years. And my mother is not only a housewife, also a career woman. She is very industrious. She takes care of almost everything in my family. When I come home, she prepare every meal for us because she value our health very much. But on the other hand, she is very strict to us. She always reminds me and my sister not to go to bed late and not to run the late night. She always reminds us just like these trivial things. But sometimes my sister and I will feel annoyed because she repeats again and again, and we just feel we have no, but we don't need to repeat it again and again. And so sometimes we just cannot put up with her. However, we know all what she does good to us. And my sister is younger than me by 1 year. We chat just like friends, and we talk and we exchange our opinions about something. We can chat just like friends, and I'm happy to have a friend happy to have a sister just like her. Thank you.
Today I want to talk about my mother because she made an important influence on me. My mother's name is Chen Shuxian. She is a gentle and traditional housewife. She dedicated herself to taking care of our family. In fact, she is a prop of my family because her useful suggestion always affects the decisions of my father. Although my mother is busy and only has senior high school diploma, she never forget to educate my brother and me. And this is a picture of my mother and me. I am close to my mother from my childhood. She likes to communicate with me when we have different opinions, and she always supports me to do everything I want, such as joining in white band, because she believes that I can take responsibility for myself. What's more, she usually uses rewards to encourage me and uses models to enlighten me instead of punishment. For example, when I am in first grade of senior high school, my math grades were really bad, and I didn't like math, so I just gave up to study it. But my mother gave me some gifts to encourage me to study math, and I really study hard, then I get better grades on math. The second example is my mother always tells me to forgive people who annoy me, because this is the most important part of getting along well with people. She set an example for me. Once, a friend of my mother misunderstood her, but she didn't get angry. Instead, she forgave that friend, and they became closer than before. After that, she told me, everyone will make mistakes, but we should have a generous mind to forgive them. Then when we make mistakes, they will forgive us too. From my mother, I can learn how to deal with those problems in my life, such as don't give up easily to doing something that I never try my best, and how to get along with people around me. My mother is really a wise person who used so shallow and clear ways to make me easy to understand, like rewards and models. Now, even I studied in JAI, we still have a heart-to-heart talk on the phone every night. And however, I will do what she said because I believe that her wisdom can lead me to have a better life. Thank you.
Hi everyone. My name is Alex is in a soldier uniform. Okay, let's go down to business. I think family is important to every one of us, and each family member is unique and is irreplaceable. I remember since I was little, my mom and my dad always encouraged me and supported me to do things that I wanted to do. If I want to learn something or do something that I'm interested in, or they will just let me do it. I think they want me to get involved in many different types of activities, as long as these activities are not bad habits. For example, look at my dress today. They let me buy all these things without arguing with me, because they think that I'm interested in it, and as long as I'm interested in it and be responsible for what I'm doing, they think it's okay. So they will let me join the, I don't know how to say it in English, 生存游戏, but I think it's like survival game. I can join the survival game. Yeah. So to sum up, I think my parents really gave me a lot of space, and they treated me like an adult, and they really respected me. So I think I will treat my kids the same way they treated me in the future. Thank you.
So today I want to introduce one of my special family members. That is my dog. It's named Miao Li. It's a dog, not a cat. And my uncle sent him to us when I was just an elementary school student, only in grade 1. So this is his picture, and when he is happy, he will smile like this, and when he is sad, he will look very gloomy. And he's just like human beings, you know. Yeah. And during the 13 years, we've experienced a lot of things and do a lot of things together. For example, many years ago, my father took us to a beach and we all had a lot of fun that day, only except Melly because he got car sick and he threw up many times. It's really sick. And my father had to stop the car many times during the way home and to let him take a rest and also take a walk. And after that trip, I found out that dogs can get car sick as well, just like human beings. And another special experience is that every Chinese New Year, my dad not only gives my brother and I red envelopes, but also gives Melly a red envelope. And because my dad regards it as part of my family member. And well, money to him is useless, but money to my mom is really useful and important. So my mom every year just takes Melly's money away and buy what my mom wants. So I think that's the reason probably Melly hates my mom. And sometimes he will even bark at my mom. Yeah. And when I was a little girl, he was just a puppy too. And we grew up together, but now I'm in my energetic age and colorful age, but he's already old enough to be like a grandpa in adult age. So I don't know how many years he can still live for. But all the memories, good or bad, we will all bear in mind, and we won't forget him even he died. And finally, I realized something. To me, there's no need to have any blood relationships or the same specific characters to be a family. Instead, only love makes a family complete and more lovely. Thank you.
Hello everyone, and I'm Mina. Today I want to talk about my father who teaches and influenced me a lot. And my father has big head and round face and small eyes just like me. And every time when he wears the helmet, it can only cover half of his head. So I always laugh him when he rides motorcycles because it looks very funny. And his eyes are small. When he laughs, his eyes almost close. Just like me. And also, he has a big stomach which can contain a lot of food. He can eat 3 bowls of rice every meal, and so he becomes fatter and fatter. But owing to little fat, he looks kind and nice. Everybody likes him at first sight. And I learned many things from him. First is being responsible. He always asks us to do everything perfect and on time. He told us everyone must be responsible for ourselves. I keep this word in my mind. And I study very hard because I think I should be responsible for my study. And second thing I learned from him is being patient to animals. My father takes good care of dogs. No matter how tired he is, he still cleans the dog's house and help it to take a bath. And he loves the animals very much. He always takes dogs out for walking and traveling. And the last thing I learned from him is being kind to everyone. And he always wears smiles on his face and be polite to other people. He says, if you want that others treat you well, you should treat them well first. And I think it's a truly useful sentence. And my father teaches me a lot of things. He is such a good model for me to learn. And I'm very glad that I have such a good father. I love him very much. Thank you.
Today, I'm going to introduce my family members, all of my family members. And the first one I would like to introduce is my father. My father is a very kind person, that he doesn't like to argue with people. And he is diligent. He keeps the habit of listening to the radio every night, except when he falls asleep with his earphones. And he's good at singing too. He can sing very well, and he has a good song. That, I guess, that's why I can sing well too. Recently, he engaged in Qigong, a kind of exercise that he practices it for several hours a day, before dinner and before sleep. And since he has learned Qigong, beef has become a forbidden food on our table because according to the theory of Qigong, beef isn't good for our health. And I think the most charming part of him is that he always allows me to go to bed early, even in a period of senior high when we had a lot of exams and homeworks to do. And he always tells me that if you want your skin to look more healthier, or if you want to be a pretty girl, you must go to bed early. So the first thing I learned from him is that for our beauty, we should go to bed early. And the second member I want to introduce is my father. But it's my mother. My mother is a really smart woman. Every time I need money for shopping, he will tell me like, go to your daddy and he can help with your problem. So I think she's really smart in this aspect. And my mother is used to be a housewife, but now she's running a vendor business. But as a matter of fact, she isn't a good vendor businessman because she only earns a little bit money. And the reasons for her to be a vendor businessman is that she thinks it is interesting and the food she eats outside is better than at home. And it is too boring to stay at home doing housework, so she chose to be a vendor businessman. And to my delight, since she has become a vendor businessman and has started to read magazines for keeping track of fashion, I don't have to suffer from wearing those ugly and vulgar clothes she buys for me. Oh, so the thing I learned from my mother is that nothing is impossible. Thank you. And the last person I want to introduce is my brother. My brother, I'm really jealous about him because he doesn't like to study and he doesn't have to. He doesn't like to study and he doesn't have to. That's the difference between he and me, because he doesn't have to waste his time on worrying about exams. And he makes a lot of friends that they often go to theme park, KTV, or public houses together. And my brother teaches me the secret for drinking without getting drunk. That is, you have to force yourself to throw up immediately after drinking. Although my brother sets bad examples of drinking and smoking, he's still honest when he makes the confess to me.
Thank you.
Hi, welcome. Today I want to talk about my family members, including my father, mother, older sister, and older brother. I'm not going to talk about everything about themselves, but sit on their special characteristics and their relationships with me. And first is my father. My father used to be a businessman, but now he's retired. He likes to eat. Whenever we buy some food such as bread, cakes, cookies, chocolates, beverages, something like that, we need to put our personal names on every packing bag. Because when we don't do that, my father will swallow up all the food and always he didn't know what happened. And the only thing that can prove what he had done is his increase in weight. He's almost 19 kilograms now. And next is my mother. My mother is a homemaker. She's totally different from my father in many ways. My father is a sloppy man, but my mother is a person who extremely emphasizes on tidy and neat. My father likes to see monsters yelling in the movies, while my mother tends to see some heartwarming films. And if they watch political news together, they will get fight. Why? Because my father is a deep green, yet my mother is a deep green. And next is my older sister. My sister is older than me by 9 years. She's a person who has good temper but very forgetful. One time when she was in senior high school, she came home without her school bag. And moreover, another example happened several months ago. I was just arriving at the train station in my hometown and waiting my sister to pick me up. And I kept waiting and until my patience was almost running out. And I called her, "Where are you now? You couldn't be waiting so long." "What? This is what I'm supposed to say. I'm right now at the gate of school." Well, my sister forgot I've already graduated from senior high school. And the next one is my brother. My brother is 4 years older than me, and he is the closest friend during my childhood. When I was little, he would bring some candy home for me after school, and he also taught me how to ride bicycle, play basketball, use computers, or do math homework. And my brother never regards me as a girl, so he will show me anything that people think is only for boys. For example, we often enjoy watching robot cartoons or playing online games together. And because of him, my childhood filled with many exciting adventures and pleasure. And on the whole, I think my family members are very cute since their special traits always add pleasure into my life. And by the way, I want to say that in April, my older sister will get married, and after that, I think I will never be waiting her so long to pick me up. But I think I will miss her forgetfully. Thank you.
I want to talk about my mom. This is my mom's picture, and she is beautiful. She is a career woman, and she is hardworking to support our family. She works for a long time each day, and she comes home late. I think she is tolerable because her work is rough work, and she does the housework. But she is unwealthy, and so I'm worried about her body. I'm afraid that someday she can't stand it anymore. My mom is a great woman. She dedicated herself to taking care of we children. She has no leisure time to do her own things. I really hope that I can help her with her work. Also, she emphasizes on our education programs. She teaches us to be well-mannered, and she hopes that we can study hard, so that we can earn a lot of money and we can live a happy life. I think my mom was beautiful in her teenage because she is still beautiful now. My mom likes to share her experience with me. and she told me that when she was young, she made a lot of pancakes, and she said when she went out with friends, there were always many people wanting to know her, and it made me admire her. Furthermore, I like to talk with her because she's just like my friend, and we get well along with each other. I really love her very much, and that's everything.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today I'm going to share with you a photo which has a special meaning of my whole family. This is a photo. Let me introduce. This is me when I was in elementary school. My father, my mother, and my brother. There are my uncle's family, my aunt's family, and in front of is my grandparents. In this photo, we were happy and healthy and filled with happiness. But things changed. 3 months later, after taking this photo, my grandmother got a terribly sick, a rare skin cancer. And since there are no any treatment for this cancer, so she died very soon after a month. Not for a long time, my grandpa was examined that he got a cancer too. He took the chemical treatments and became weaker and weaker day by day. Whenever I saw him, my heart is really hurt. So that's the reason why this photo is meaningful to all of my family, because it was the last photo we took with both of my grandparents. So what I'm going to tell you is that life is so unpredictable. So we should treasure every moment you spend with your family and your friends, and take good care of yourselves. Do not let people who love you be sad. That's all. Thanks for your listening.
Okay. Today I'm going to talk about my family. There are 4 people in my family. They are my father, my mother, and my younger brother and I. And today I want to talk about my father. He is the person who impressed me and influenced me most. Why? Because he is a businessman who works in mainland China. He seldom come home, and I can see him once. I can see him once every 2 months. So he's very important for me, and he always made me to read some kind of magazines because he's a businessman. So just this kind of 这样子翻看 study up, graduated. Come on, father, I'm a freshman. Not this kind of magazine, okay? But I'm very happy he want me to read this kind of books, and because he worked in China, so he know that there are many students work very hard in mainland China, and he now so this is why he wanted me to read these kind of books. But He not worried about me because he believed me. He know I won't make him disappointed. I remember that he said to me, "Son, I'm proud of you. So do I. I'm proud of my father." Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today I'm going to give a presentation about one of the members of my family. There are four people in my family, and one of the most impressive person is my father. The reason why I want to talk about him is not that we have very good relationship. I think sometimes I really have very fierce arguments with my family, with my father, and sometimes I don't like him very much. But today, first of all, I'm going to talk about some of the characters he had. I think he is a very frugal and sometimes very violent. He's frugal because that means he really keeps every money he can, and he seldom buy new clothes for himself. And he keeps telling us to turn off the light or switch off the power, and that annoyed me a lot of times. But I know he is trying to save money for my family. And another characteristic of from my father is he is sometimes very violent to me, because when he is very angry, he will beat me very hard, and he is much stronger than me. He will beat me with his hands, and sometimes I even after he punished me, I even want to run out of the house and don't want to go back, but I never did. But actually, my father is a good father, because he shares some household chores. After he go back home, he will do the laundry, and he also help take care of my family. I also want to talk about an event that happened about 5 years ago. That it's really one of the biggest crises I have in my family. My father had an eye surgery at that time. Before the eye surgery, he found both of his eyes are almost blind. He couldn't see, because he delayed the diagnosis. First of all, he found his eyes are fake. His eyesight are fake, but he went to see the doctor after he found he couldn't see anything. And that was really the biggest crisis of my family, because he is the biggest support. Although my family is a dual career family, both my parents work, but my mother was really very worried at that time. But fortunately, after the surgery, some of his eyesight recovered, and he went back to work. And that was really very, very soothing and comforting for my family. It's really good news. Although I don't really have a very good relationship with my father, and I find it difficult to communicate with him, but I really can feel that he really worked hard and really show some love through his action to my family. Thank you.
Hi everyone, today I will talk about my family. First, I will introduce my parents. My father, he is 51 years old, and he used to be a boss of a clothes factory. That is, my home is a clothes factory, produce clothes. But not for the age of me, just for 40 or 50 woman. And my mother, his job is help my father to manage the factory. When I was, but both my parents are my driver when I was in the elementary school because when I moved to another city when I was in the 4th year in my primary school, but I still study in the same school. And so every day my mom will drive me to the school. And furthermore, because I'm on the school team of my school, so even holiday or summer vacation, winter vacation, I almost have to go to school and practice every day. So one time my mother is angry and she said, I want you to transfer the school to another, and I was crying sadly, and then my mother gave up this idea. And second, let's talk about my brother. My brother is 2 years older than me, and he is tall and thinner, very thin, just like Henry. And he always said to me that you are too fat, or and he always called me pig. And my brother and I get along well because we always fight together. And so during the fighting, we got to know each other. Every time he will on the fourth floor, and I'm on the 3rd floor, and we will shout to each other. And time is too fast. And okay, my family was so cute that I love my family members. Even though that I live outside, every time when my brother and I both go to home, and all my family members will sit together and talk about what happened recently and share with each other after dinner. So I still remain good relationship with my family members. That's my family. Thank you.
Okay, I'm very glad to stand here to share my family. And I'm going to tell how my family get along with. I've got parents and my older sisters and my grandmother. And my father is a priest of Christianity, and he is very busy and just go home once a week, and all the time he just spend his time in the church. And my mother is a Mandarin teacher, just teaching foreigner Chinese, and they're all very busy, and so do I and my sister. So that's the problem, because no one will spend time with my grandmother. So I think that's this weak part we need to make it progress. And because we always spend the night hour to chat with each other and share the daily events happens to us. And so before we went to bed, we just spend with our time with our parents and have a glad time to chat. And I think the most there's also many unhappy quarrels happen in my family, but I think that's a piece of cake because every family will have unhappy thing. And I'm always a peacemaker in my family because my sister and my mother can communicate each other well, and they always have a quarrel, and I always have to say, oh, you can stop, just stop this kind of communication. And my father is a person very have humor, and I respect him a lot. And I think because we don't have much time to spend with each other, so there would be a space, and we would cherish the time we get along with. And yes, in my growing, when I in an elementary school, my father and mother always tell me, just don't watch TV. Every time I push the button, they just sigh. And so every time they go out, the first thing I do is turn on the TV, no matter what I want to watch it or not. Even though in my home just have a wireless 3 channel. And I quit this bad habit. When I come here to study in university, because there's no TV in the church. I live in church now, and I'm happy to see that I can quit this bad thing to me. Okay. And I think a family, the most important thing to a family is we always have to make a progress, because we want to make our family more happy and always have a cheerful atmosphere. So we always have to change ourselves to, I can say that is tolerant to each other. So that's all. Thank you.
Today, in my presentation, I also want to talk my dad, my father. Yes, and my father, he's the person who impressed me the most in my family. And he also set very good example for me to learn, such as humility, diligence, and respect. And since he impressed me and affect me a lot, and so we have many same habits. For example, we both like baseball, and I remember when I was a kid, we often went to the nearby park to play baseball, and my father always threw me a ball, and I use a bat to hit the ball. Yes, and now we often watch baseball game on TV together and discuss whether the player is good or not. And sometimes, if we have more free time, we will go to the baseball field to watch the baseball game. And here is the visual ad. Since I love baseball, and this mark means envelope. This mark means envelope. It means Major League Baseball. It is a baseball league in the America. And so that's why and it shows how I love baseball. And my father really loves me. I remember when I was in elementary school, and one day I had a very serious cold, and my dad, he took a day off and stayed home to take care of me, and that was really touching. And so I think I'm very lucky to have my dad. And that's all. Thank you.
Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about my family. This is my family tree. There are 5 people in my family. My father, my mother, my 2 younger brothers, and I. First, I want to talk about my mother. My mother still looks young, even though she is already 49 years old. And because I didn't go home last weekend, and I have no photographs here, so I can show you the evidence. My mother is good at cooking, and because she learned how to cook since she was in elementary school. And because I haven't been home for almost a month, so I miss the food she cooks very much. And second, I want to talk about my father. Actually, I have few chance to talk with my father because he has to go on duty in turn. I even didn't see him for a few days. Before I went far away from home to study here, I often have conflict with him because of lack of communication. But now I go out for studying here, so I realize how much he loves me. Sometimes he will call me to ask me whether I did better or not, and remind me of taking care of myself. Third, I want to talk about my two younger brothers. I have good relationship with them. Both of them are humorous, so when I chat with them, I always feel happy. However, they are addicted to online games recently, so whenever I went home, it was a pity that I didn't have enough time to get along with them. Since I went to study in Jiayi, I start to know how important my family are. I really love them very much. I hope we can get along with each other well and be together forever. That's all.
Hello everyone, today I want to introduce my parents. Because I didn't go home for so long, I just draw their picture to show you how they look. My father, who is 60 years old, is a junior high school teacher. He has taught Chinese for over 20 years. He is thin, a little black, and not so tall. The proudest thing for him to tell us again and again is he is never nearsighted, and he is the thinnest person in my family. In school, those students consider him a good teacher because my father is full of sense of humor and responsibility. They can get along with each other just like good friends. When we were little children, my father accompanied us to study, do homework, and prepare for exams. To me, he is a fun father, but sometimes he has quarrels with my mother. My mother, she is 57 years old. She is not only traditional style of woman, but also a hardworking career woman. Contrast with my father, she has white skin, and she is nearsighted, and also she is slender. To me, she is thrifty and serious. For example, every night I could see her count and write how much she spent the whole day every night. And she always finishes eating the last because she does not want to waste any food. And also she will ask us to take responsibility to ourselves, to our study. And if we do well on our tests, she'll buy gifts to reward us. Since I left home to study here in Jiayi for several months, our relationship
become better and dearer than before. I especially cherish the time I stayed at home on holidays and the time we talked on the phone, just like friends talking. Yes, I love them very much. That's all. Thank you.
Everybody, today I want to share something about my family with you. My family is a nuclear family, and as we learned in this class, my parents socialize our children in 3 different ways. First of all, if we reach our parents' expectations, we may get prizes or something we want. On the other hand, if we didn't behave well or make them angry, we may be punished. And it is the second way, punishment. The last one, mothering. My parents always show us the way to get along with other people surrounding, such as being polite to those people who are older than you. And by the way, it is the house where I live. Except my family education, I will take something to explain my family stuff for me. And this is the necklace. It was bought by my sister. She promised me that she would buy a golden necklace for me someday when she makes money by herself. It has been a long time since she taught me, and I almost forgot the commitment. To my surprise, she bought it on my 20th birthday. I was so touched and loved her so much. And look at this tube bangle. It was knitted by my grandmother. In all people's concept in Chinese, they think the calabash can keep evil spirit from us and keep people in safe. That is, my grandmother loves us so much, and she didn't want us getting hurt. So she knitted by herself with thin eyesight. And I think you all have a family, and of course I have one. And I really love my family so much. And that's all.